This is the Revolutionary News, produced on Friday, November 14th, 1775, with reports from across the colonies. I'm Allison Ingersoll in the New York Bureau. Anson Ingram has the day off. This is day 209 since the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts. We open with news that Patriot troops under General Richard Montgomery took possession of Montreal today, after 51-year-old British Governor Guy Carleton abandoned the city rather than face the advancing American force. Montgomery's army, having recently captured Fort St. John, approached Montreal at dawn yesterday. Local inhabitants reported that Carleton, finding his position untenable and lacking sufficient regular troops, slipped away under cover of night aboard a flotilla bound for Quebec. With British authority absent, Patriot forces moved into the city without firing a shot. Montgomery issued proclamations assuring residents that property and civil order would be respected, urging calm and cooperation. The capture of Montreal delivers the Continental cause its second major foothold in Canada and secures control of the upper St. Lawrence. Our second story is also about Canada, where after a grueling march through the Maine wilderness, Colonel Benedict Arnold and the remnants of his expeditionary force emerged earlier this week on the bluffs overlooking Quebec City, bringing the daring American thrust into Canada to the very walls of Britain's Canadian stronghold. Arnold's men, reduced from more than 1,000 to roughly 600, arrived in a weakened but determined state. Their month-long trek up the Kennebec River, across flooded portages, and through trackless, snow-covered highlands cost them canoes, provisions, and, in some cases, the strength to continue. The force suffered a major setback in late October when Colonel Roger Enos, commanding the expedition's rear division, turned back for Massachusetts with several hundred men and a share of the supplies. Enos cited dwindling food stores and the fear of losing his entire command in the wilderness. Arnold denounced the move, but pressed onward with those willing to continue. Arnold is expected to reconnoiter British defenses and await the arrival of General Richard Montgomery's force advancing from Montreal. And last, a birthday to report. On November 10th, Congress authorized the creation of 2 battalions of Marines to be raised for the better security of the liberties of America and for the defense of the colonies. Congress appointed a Philadelphia native, 31-year-old Captain Samuel Nicholas, as the first commissioned officer and tasked him with recruiting and organizing the new corps. Nicholas is using as his headquarters Tun Tavern, a well-known waterfront establishment. Witnesses say the tavern bustled throughout the day with prospective recruits, many of them seafaring men eager for action aboard continental vessels. With today's authorization, the Marine Corps becomes the newest branch of the Continental Forces. Its first mission is expected to support naval operations aimed at disrupting British supply lines along the American coast. So, there you have it. The news of the week ended November 14th, 1775. Subscribe for free to this YouTube channel and follow the revolution. See you next Friday.